Well, the rain has put a bit of a dampener on proceedings here, but this intriguing matchup should improve everybody's mood. Both teams will be looking to give their sodden supporters something to cheer about. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great... Hullet! Rude Hullet! Beyond special! What a player!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
He hit that like he meant it. Absolutely speared it in.
It would have taken something heroic from the keeper to get anything on that. The height was tricky enough, but the power, he had no chance.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. That's good play. There's the delivery. Impressive jump. It's in. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Satisfied. He'll try from distance. And he has kept it out somehow.
Bale clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
That's been cut out. Well played. Hullet never out of the action for very long. Bale tries one from range. Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Can he latch on to this? Oh, he's been flat. Chance! Goal! International! And the comeback is complete. How very smart. He just got it right.
It's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality.
Chance, surely! It's a goal! And he's got what he came for, his 20th goal. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So again, we have parity.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
So what can they make of this? And here's Bale. Goes for a shot! That is special! Gareth Bale! He's got himself an absolute team. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
He has found the way through. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Tries to pass it through. Oh, good take and a good... Can he finish? But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Just past the 40th minute mark. And Aubameyang! Fantastic from Aubameyang! About as smooth as it gets. And they're threatening to fly away here. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Tries to play it through. Decent chance! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. That's good running with the ball. He's got away. Now it's Aubameyang. And he welcomes it in. Now it's Bale. He's found a way through. Bale! Not a bad try by any means.
Bale just...
And it's half-time.
Santos are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Santos, undoubtedly the happier side at the break. Up by 2, but it must be said, even that looks unconvincing under these circumstances. And we are back on the way. Great vision. He's in plenty of space here. And he shoots! And that's a sharp finish. It is an explosive start to the second half. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And a really good game is threatening to break out here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make.
He's had a shot! That's another chance! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Looking for options for movement. Gerrard is in a really good position out wide. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's in on goal.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Hullet. And he plays one through. There's the shot! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Oh, he's having a go! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Can he get on the end of this? It's a promising position. He's having a pop! Oh, crossbar!
Santos surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Space for him to turn and look. Oh, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Internacional can make their change now with a break in play.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
That ball looks a good one. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. It's Bale! And that's a good finish. 2 up now, and they are cruising. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Not the most accurate pass. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. He's going for goal! Same again, same outcome.
Internacional really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Gerrard conjures time and space where few can. Oh, that's fabulous. Bale! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And that's it. Santos win it. And it's a big win, and they can look back on a job well done. Aubameyang claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
Well, I've just got to give them great credit for the way in which they've managed to turn this around. Going behind seemed to strengthen their resolve, and it's been a wholehearted reaction and an absolutely terrific win.